Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you are doing great at various aspects of your lives. Welcome to another podcast by Team ThinkerViews. Today we are going to talk about a book, Sauvastika, The Struggle of Shantiputra. A short ebook by Ashwin Sanghi. August 2020 is a very special month in many contexts. While COVID-19 pandemic, which is also referred to as China virus pandemic by many, is getting murkier and people's lives seem too far from being normal. Or possibly the new definition of normal is going to change soon. We will talk about the positive things that happened during this month so far. Let us talk about what can be called a reader's delight. Amazon India released 11 new titles from well-known authors to read absolutely free for its Prime members. Of course, it is a part of promotional offers for Prime Day, but for a reader, an interesting book deal is all that matters, right? From Team ThinkerViews, I got a chance to explore the catalogue, and when I saw a book titled Sauvastika, The Struggle of Shantiputra, by popular and talented Indian author Ashwin Sanghi, I skipped rest of them and decided to pick it for reading. And I am delighted for taking this decision. Here are my views for this short ebook. Be it a full-length book or a short story, the cover plays a vital role in making its first impression and thus is responsible for many purchase and or reading decisions. The cover page of this book is quite interesting. The black background gives it a rich look and it also reflects the theme of the book. The illustration of a pendant occupies the most of the cover page. It plays a vital role in the story, so the illustrator's decision to include it on the cover page is absolutely right. The details on the locker are eye-catcher and show the involvement of the designer in making it. On the whole, I found the cover page really attractive. The story is very short, just 36 pages. So I will try to give you a bird's eye view of the content without revealing as many spoilers as possible. However, please go ahead with the consent as some of them are unavoidable. The story starts in an interesting manner and gives you the thrills of reading a science fiction. The story is set up in the future at a fictional place named Saptadvip or 7 Islands. As the story progresses, we are introduced to Rahul, Pankaj, Shalini, Aruna, Sankatputra, Shantiputra and others. Each of the prime characters lives in the different island. Interestingly, they all belong to different backgrounds and live a completely different lifestyle. Some of them get a mysterious pendant each, and they all find their respective pendants attracting them to perform certain actions. At a specific point in time, they all perform those actions from their respective places, and they all travel through the portholes appear in front of them. Strangely, they all meet at a specific point, and we found a common goal is waiting for them all. What is that common goal? The short story is actually a starting point to a sci-fi thriller. It is quite possible that it may have a few books or short books in the series to carry the story forward. We can expect at least one book as a sequel. Gradually, Ashwin Sanghi has mastered the art of writing gripping thrillers. More importantly, this book is not just a thriller, but it conveys various messages to the reader. Most important to them is to save the environment, to save the future of mankind and the entire earth. In the second half of the story, the names of the places as we know it are revealed. Of course, some of the readers may have already linked them up earlier. Ashwin has elaborated on the way we are living and consuming natural resources without a limit quite interestingly. Rather than preaching lectures about saving nature, he elaborated the possible dark future in the form of a thriller story. The way the 7 islands are explored along with the people and their way of living is amazing. The author brilliantly infuses his knowledge about various stuff during this exploration. For example, the way he talks about various species or fishes when talking about an island, or the way he talk about the nature and its element when describing the locals of island, and so on. I found some of the interesting lines in the book that remained with me even after completing the book. Some of them are: the sea was calm that day, but it was a mischievous child putting on an innocent face. In their view, happiness was not about having what one wanted, but wanting what one had. You see, the inhabitants of Mumbai has gotten used to ignoring the signs provided by regular floods. Some years, the local authorities would say that the arterial river, more like a sewer, has clogged. In other years, the wise scientists would say that the rainfall in that particular year was much higher than the historical average for the city. Unfortunately, the sea never forgot how it had been duped. It always nursed the hope that it would be able to reconquer ceded territory. And it did one day. As you can see, nature and its elements are nothing less than living characters in the book. You can also find some links between possible future names of the location and their current names. For example, Khoonkot, Kalisthal or Kalisthal, Madhyabindu, Delhi, and others. The research work the author has done for writing this book is visible throughout. The characters grow interestingly. The main 2 characters are given the least time, and you can expect them to be explored in detail as the saga continues. Telling more will lead to the spoilers, so let's stop here. So in summary, I found this thriller quite interesting and I am looking forward to the future installments of the same. And being an Amazon Prime member, it is available for me for free. So yes, I have enjoyed reading it by all means. ThinkerViews rating around 8.5 stars out of 10.
If you would like to explore this book and similar books, you will find similar works are reviewed on our blog, where you can look at the book reviews and decide if some books tempt you more than others. As usual, please do let us know your comments about this review, about this book, and if you have any suggestions for us for books to be reviewed on this blog. Until next time, thank you for listening.